Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid as the Norm, the channel where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years whilst earning only minimum wage. And in this video I want to talk about the very first step you need to take in order to become wealthy. If you're watching this for the first time, you won't know that I'm a cab driver. So this story begins with I picked up a customer and she let it known that she was a subscriber to my channel, which is always great. It doesn't happen very often, by the way. It's great when it does. And she says, look, I've watched a few of your videos, but I'm trying to find one for somebody who is just starting, doesn't know where to start, doesn't know what to do. What is the first video I should watch? And I thought for a bit and I thought, I haven't done one. So this is it. So it doesn't matter how much money you earn, what I want you to do first is get out a bank statement. Or if you use a smartphone like me, then download one from online banking. And then what I want you to do is sit down with a pen, a 5-minute exercise, probably less than 5 minutes, and I want you to go down the outgoings column and just ring all the discretionary spending. Now by discretionary spending I mean things you don't have to buy. I don't include things like gas, electricity, council tax, mortgage or rent, things that you have to buy, water, because you have to, otherwise you go to jail or you don't survive. But they're the discretionary things, the nice things if you wish. So I'm talking things like alcohol, takeaways, clothes. Yes, I include clothes because if I went to your wardrobe, probably tons and tons of clothes there. You wouldn't need to buy tons of clothes for the 5 years. So Disney Plus, Netflix, coffee on the way to work, all those sort of stuff in there, and just ring them. Next thing you do is obvious, you add them all up and see what that figure comes to. And then I want to go to the top of the statement and look at the incoming money, because this will be your salary. And we're going to compare the two. Now this exercise is going to tell us whether you have one of two problems, because everybody on this journey has one of two problems. If that number for discretionary spending is 25% towards 50% of the total income you have, then you have a spending problem. If that total of discretionary spending is less than 25% of the total income, then you have an income problem. Now the spending problem is way easier to fix. What I want you to do is go up that column where you ringed all those figures and ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice in order to become wealthy? If you aren't willing to sacrifice a significant part of that discretionary spending in order to become wealthy in 10 years, then I want you to do this. Go to the fridge, pour yourself a glass of your favorite tipple, sit down on the couch and watch Love Island. Have a nice life. If you have an income problem, then you've got it tough, because that's the problem I had, and it means you're going to have to work harder. Now if you have the type of job that doesn't allow you to do overtime to make more money, then you're going to have a side hustle, do another job, another part-time job on the side. Last week I made a video, if you didn't see it, I listed 14 minimum wage stress-free jobs that you can avail yourself of in order to make more money on top of the earnings you get from your current job. I'll put a link below. The fundamental issue about becoming wealthy is you need money to invest. And I think that's about £1,000 a month. I didn't say it was going to be easy. Stopping spending your current money and earning more money are the two main ways of doing this. There is a third way, however. Go back to your bank statement and look at your mortgage details. If you haven't remortgaged your family home in the last 2 years, you're probably on the lender's standard variable rate and you're probably paying maybe it's a couple of £100 a month too much for your mortgage. Make an appointment with a mortgage broker and pay less for your mortgage. That could make you a couple of £100. And then when you look at your credit card bills, if say, let's use a real example, my example, I had £10,000 of the credit card bills when I started this journey. What I did, I went to the Halifax Building Society and I borrowed £10,000 on a personal loan, and I paid all those credit cards off in one. Now those credit cards, to service them, the minimum payments were about just over £400. The Halifax loan was only £200 because the interest rate was about 8% on the Halifax loan and it was about 22% on the cards. So if you have a credit card balance and it isn't paid off, then consider going to the Halifax or other lenders are there to reduce your monthly payments. And you might find you make another extra couple of £100 there. So given those two scenarios, if you're fortunate enough to be in that position and take advantage of them, there's £400 there, and it means you only need to make an extra £150 a week somewhere else. So don't worry at this stage how you're going to become wealthy. The first thing you need to do is find the money. Don't concern yourself with whether you should be in ETFs, whether you should be in a pension, whether you should be getting a property, what type of property investment should I be doing. The bedrock of becoming wealthy is finding the money. And don't forget to check out the subscription site below in the link, because it might just make the journey a whole lot easier. Don't be stupid and don't be normal, guys.